So, if you are watching this video right now, you're probably wondering, what is the reset? What is it all about? What does it mean? And I want to share my personal story from where I started and what I learned while doing the Beachbody reset. I wanted to talk to you today about how the reset changed my life. And it's pretty personal, but at age 30, I was very unhappy with where I was at in my life. I was surrounded by love from my family and my new husband at the time, but I wasn't happy with my health. I feel like I've always struggled with my weight and just never found anything that worked or anything that I could do for the rest of my life. So when I decided to start doing Beachbody programs, I was 30 years old. I had high blood pressure and was on medication for high blood pressure. I was considered morbidly obese. I hate that word. But I had PCOS, and PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I have had that since I was 13 years old, and I have been on hormonal therapies, too many that I can even name, that I've tried to help with the cyst on my ovaries and the PCOS. I had borderline high cholesterol, so my future wasn't looking very bright, and when I spoke to my doctor about ways of improving my health, it seemed as if the only answer was to try a new prescription. I was desperate, I was frustrated, and I don't want to get emotional. I felt like I had nowhere to go. So with having, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, all my family history, and being 30 years old and grossly obese, my future was very uncertain, and I knew I had to do something. I knew I had to take the next step and make a big change. And that's what I want to talk to you about. So when I decided to do the reset, I was still on the prescription. So I decided to do the blood work before I started the reset. Luckily, I have a doctor who was really open to letting me try these things. Showed him what it was all about, talked to him about what they, had said that it could do for my health, and he was game. So I got the blood work, and the blood work came back, and I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good for someone who's 30 years old. I mean, if I was older, or it probably would have made more sense. But with my family history and constantly being told this will never change, you'll just have to get used to this, being told with my PCOS that, you're just going to have to get used to being obese because you have a lower running metabolism. I was never given options. So day one of the reset felt pretty good. The food was awesome, and I love to cook, so that was a learning experience for me. I still use the recipes today. I really enjoyed the food. Taking the supplements, everything was okay. I did the whole 21 days of the reset, and I thought at the time whenever I was trying it that, hey, if it doesn't work for these big changes, then at least maybe I can lose a few pounds. But what I didn't realize is that what it could do. The main reason I bought the reset was because in November of last year, I hit my head. I had post-concussive disorder, vertigo, and was diagnosed with post-concussive migraines, which is kind of like a mild, like numbing. I call it the alarm clock headache, and everything was going on in the back of my head. So I had read that the reset could help with migraines, and I thought maybe it was something that I should try for that as well. So I had all these things going on in my head, and I was praying for a miracle. Well, I did the reset for 21 days, did my blood work, got the blood work back, and my doctor was totally blown away. Um, I saw my doctor as far as my high blood pressure, my cholesterol. Um, my cholesterol went down 70 points, 70 points, and my blood pressure was perfect. Um, my hormone levels were perfect. Everything was in check. So I talked with him, and we talked about how I was continuing to eat clean, continuing with my workouts, and continuing to do the lifestyle I've been living. And he agreed to start weaning me off of my prescriptions. Um, but the best news ever is that I saw my neurologist, and I was on meclizine for dizziness. I was on some pretty strong prescriptions, and the next step was going to be to put me on an anti-psych med, and that's really what sold me on the reset. I didn't want to take something that 10 or 15 years down the road, there was one of those commercials on TV about, did you take this during, and have those issues. So I figured, why not? And I'm so glad I did, because I no longer have post-concussive migraines. I'm in therapy for the vertigo through vestibular rehab, but it has gotten so much better in 21 days. It was it was a total life changer. So my cholesterol went down 70 points. Um, Everything else was perfect, and my doctor said, I'll see you in 6 months. I want you to monitor your blood pressure at home. If there's any complications or you feel, different, but as long as you are doing what you're doing, I'll see you in 6 months. Well, when I started the reset, I felt like I was fighting an uphill battle. And after that 21st day, I felt like I was a new person. So the reset did 100% change my life. I really feel like, and I just had my 6-month review with my doctor, and I am so proud to say that I have been off all medication and the hormone therapies that I have been on since I was 13 years old. I'm 33. I am off everything. So if you don't think that food can heal, you're wrong. If you don't think that you can change your life in 21 days, you're wrong. And it's a plateau. It gets you to a place where you need to be. You have no cravings for sugar, for those snacks that you feel that you need to desire. It'll all be gone in 21 days, and what you'll be left with is a new beginning, energy to do your workouts, and Shakeology to get one healthy meal in a day. And that is why I'm so passionate about this business and coaching people to help pay it forward and help change at least one person's life with this video. You could change your life in 21 days. Maybe you're a bride to be, and you just want to lose a few pounds and you want to feel fabulous on your wedding day. Maybe you have a family history of type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure, like I did. But maybe you just want to do it to see, what you can be. Maybe you have more than 50 pounds to lose. I'm proud to say I'm down 50 pounds with the help of Beachbody, the Reset, the challenge groups, Shakeology, and clean eating. But I am also proud to say that I am a coach, and I want to pay it forward. And I want to help you reset and have the best new year and the best life that you deserve and I know is possible. Thanks.